Hi guys, my name is Kate, MCS. Today we're gonna talk about the TipX and what's going on with TipX. It's been a long time when the TipX were in production. Pretty much anywhere you go right now, they're all sold out. But luckily enough, we got one brand new unit that inside this brand new box, and we got one up for grab next week. If you guys want to get a TipX, we're gonna auction it off, and the TipX we're gonna have it's it has a Lok-Bolt in there, so you guys don't want to know what a Lok-Bolt is. It lock up the Lok-Bolt, which won't let you fire the gun unless around fluid chamber. I'm gonna play a little video on it to show you how it works. But essentially, if you were to have a TipX, you're gonna go fire right now. It's gonna go like this. It's just gonna go little sound like that, just like that. Not a full cycle sound, but what it does is lock out the bolt from moving forward to have a full firing cycle, which is great. Let you use less air and doesn't let your opponent knows that you're out of ammo or you have to reload or something like that. And you can get something like this right here, and you can upgrade them. You can get one of our CMP18 kit. You can drop it to the body, just like this right here, and now you can get a full submachine gun. You can fold your butt stock right here, just like that. If you want to kind of change up the barrel, make it look a little bit different, you can also do it as well. You can easily pull off the barrel just right there and grab one of our suppressant barrel kit, drop it in, and now you can get a little setup right here. If you want to get a little bit more and shoot a lot of balls, not having to worry about getting the mag change, you just drop this magazine off, grab one of our box magazine, stick it in here, and now you get yourself a submachine gun. So this kind of, you don't have to use this setup, but at the same time, if you are going to play and limit to your gear, you can drop this in, pop this out right there, and you're able to create a little setup right here, just like that, and change it out the way you have to play. I'm gonna play a quick video for you to see, kind of show you how it functions and the way that it works. And if you guys are interested in getting this TipX, it's up for grab next week. Gonna auction it off. A lot of people have been asking for the TipX, and we've been telling everyone that we don't have any in stock, and a lot of the store also sold out too. So we're not really know when TipX will bring them back, but hopefully, if you really want one, hey, it's one up for grab for you. Okay, so just kind of play a quick video for you to check it out here. 18 is a body that you take a conversion kit body, and you get your Tipman to pistol. You just drop it in. Once you drop it in, you have a submachine gun look like a folding butt stock. You can dress it up with a grip like this over the sight. I'm going to shoot demo video shooting this one really quick, see how it works. So you open up right here, put the magazine in. So now I can shoot it right there. Shoot. It shoots great. And if you guys want to use remote line, you can too. So I'm gonna add another one right here. This is the version with a remote line right here. It has, I add a little bit of a red dot sight, 10 inches barrel, and a suppressor there for you, vertical grip with a remote line. So now you can shoot a lot more. Plus, I also add in a Lok-Bolt system in here as well, so you can get the Lok-Bolt for your TipX or for your CMP18. This is how the Lok-Bolt works. When you pull the trigger, if you don't have a ball fluid chamber, it will block the bolt from cycling. This is how it sounds. It sounds like out air. It sounds like it's not shooting. What it does is that the Lok-Bolt prevent the bolt from cycling. Unlike your full bolt version right now, without the Lok-Bolt, when you're out air, or I'm sorry, you're out of ammo, your gun can do the cycle with a full blow forward right there, which means you're losing air at the same time. If you have a magazine that's not feeding, or paintball is too big or too small, something happened to it, your guns continue to fire, and that create a chop. That can be a mess we have to clean up. Unlike the Lok-Bolt, you can it's a drop-in block that you just add into your gun. So you're gonna here. Right, I'm gonna shoot with a box mag. You can check it out right here. Gonna load with some rounds right here for you guys in a box mag. You can check it out. How it shoots and at what point it stops, so you can see how it works out. All right, you can get a box mag for your TipX too. So drop it in. Drop my magazine off here. Drop it in. All right, I'm gonna turn it on. Cycle a couple times here. check it up, make sure the round's fully chambered in there. All right, here it goes. So you guys see my target down there, gonna shoot it, and you can see how the cycle, watch. You see how you hear that hiss, meaning that rounds is not able to keep up feeding, but it doesn't chop. Let's keep going here. You hear that? What you can hear that my unit's not feeding. For whatever reason, if the magazine is out or something happened, you can hear it hiss again. Let's keep going here. See how it does that? So let's check it out, see what happened here. It's actually running out of ammo right here. You can see that it's running low. That's why it's not feeding, and that's why it stopped, because of out of ammo. And you can hear that I'm gonna shut this thing down here. You can hear that the Lok-Bolt kicking in prevent the unit from firing, which create a mechanism for you to create an anti-job, so that way you don't have to have the unit firing and continue to shoot until you have ammo. Okay, if you have any question, comment, concern about the TipX or about a Lok-Bolt or about a box mag, visit our website mcsus.com and we can support you. Thanks for watching. All right, guys. Hope you get to catch the video there. All right, Jay, good to see you guys. Brian, Nightmare PV, good to see you. Glad to see a lot of you guys on the show this week. Benjamin, good to see you. Thanks for the Benjamin. Louis, good to see you. James, good to see you. What's up? So yeah, it's CMP18. It was really cool for the TipX, and like I said, it's been great for it. It's just that the TipX have not been in production for like almost a year now. Tipman is working to bring it back. We don't have a solid date for them to have it back in stock yet, but hopefully they'll have it later this year. A lot of people have been looking for it. They use for recreational. A lot of people use for defense now. A lot of demand for pistols for defense, and there's not too many of them going around. We've been doing a lot of the 43 caliber PPQ, the Smith & Wesson, the HDP, TR50, all those. A lot of people have been getting them for their home defense, and of course you can use for your game too. But nowadays, 68 caliber pistol, there's really not that many going on. You have the FSC, which also sold out everywhere as well. We are looking to have more of those in stock sometime end of the month, or looks like another 2 to 3 weeks. There's a lot of storage in supply. That's why not just the paintball industry that has a short in supply, but every industry right now. You're talking about automotive, a lot of automotive plant production. They also get shut down because they don't have the parts they need to build cars, aerospace, you name it. Any industry that's out there, it's affected by the situation we're in, and supply has been shortage everywhere. You probably noticed that too on our on most paintballs website, or any website you go to. The supply, it's pretty much, it's gone. So you guys looking to get something and you want to make a purchase, I suggest that you have the opportunity to do it before. I don't know when supply can come back. Even some of our stuff as well, we also swap a lot of different components, and sometimes we don't know when it comes back, because some of our supplier, they just don't have the raw material to make the product. You're talking about steel, aluminum, semiconductor chips, and so we just don't know when the whole supply chain come back to normal. And it just that's the situation we're in, and that's what we have to deal with right now. So if you're looking to get a TipX, I got one for you. That's the last one I have. I don't know why this one is still in our on our shelf. I guess because this one has a Lok-Bolt already installed, so that's why it didn't get sold. But this is the only unit we have. It pretty much, I would say this is brand new. It still has the original gun case. Everything about it just rock solid. I shot it earlier before I started the show, just make sure it's great. And this one, of course, has a Lok-Bolt install. I showed you earlier. You can see here when I pull the trigger, it basically just gives you like a sound. It's kind of like if you guys have the Tipman Phenom and you convert your Tipman Phenom into a magfed system and it has a Lok-Bolt, it functions exactly the same way. So if you guys looking to getting a Lok-Bolt onto one of your hurricane kit. And if you have one of those, definitely one of the best upgrade that can you can get out there. Plus, there's a Phenom has been discontinued in production for I would say almost 10 years now, and if you there's not so many of them out there. If you have a chance to get like go to flea market or get a used one at a pawn shop somewhere and someone giving not using anymore, pick it up because I've seen some people able to pick up for like around $100, and then they put their hurricane conversion kit in for another $100 together. That's about $200 investment. You can easily turn around and sell that for like $400, $500 because it's such a good valve system. If you have the electronic trigger on that too, oh, that's probably one of the best setup for magfed. If you have the hurricane with the Lok-Bolt with the electronic trigger in there, it's primo. Pretty much, you look at all the markers out there with a full auto. There's only really one marker out there currently that it has, like production-wise, has a Lok-Bolt or some sort of anti-chop, and that's the diadem. Heavier markers out there doesn't really have that feature. When you shoot auto with a lot of feeding, you want some sort of anti-chop system in there to prevent the round from from getting chopped. That's what it's made for. That's condition that we all know that when the ball it's being fed right between, not fully chamber and not all the way down. So right in between the ball move forward, you just cut the ball in half, and that's that's the condition that we'll have to deal with. Even when you play the tournament markers, even with the gravity, push dropping down the balls, that in itself, there's a chop situation where the ball could not feed up the cyclic rate of the marker. And that's a normal thing for what we have to deal with, let alone we do magfed and the magazine, you have spring, you have ball size, and all these mechanism and moving part trying to push the ball up into the chamber. Yeah, it's definitely going to cause an issue there at some point. You got dirt in the magazine, of course, to stop feeding. You have magazine been sitting there for too long, and say you have a lockdown, and the magazine just kind of weaken on the spring. Of course, it will do that as well. So something to think about when you play paintball. I think the thing with paintball now, especially MagFed, a lot of knowledge base has been in place already. When we first started out, people don't really understand the type of paintball you need to use, the size you need to use, and making sure that you have good balls. It just kind of toss everything into the magazine, thinking, yeah, it's gonna fit. It doesn't do that. If you get one of our 468, it's really distinctly has a description in there. Welcome to MagFed. Ball sizing is important. Ball type is important to make sure you understand what you get yourself into. Otherwise, it's kind of hard. Oh, Ryan, good to see you, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Gabriel, good to see you. Chewy, good to see you. Haven't seen you guys in a long time. Corey Cruz, good to see you. Nice chat today with you. Could be, yes, I'm looking. I believe the Cartel War is in July. We're planning to go out there. We're thinking of doing the ESO drill contest 2 out there for this coming year event. I have to get in touch with the event promoters and the field owner to see if we can accomplish that. But hopefully, Crippers were able to kind of get out there this year. It's kind of hard. Last year we made a couple different plan and want to go to some event, but COVID hits and things happen, so we didn't go to quite a few of them. Locally, we try to hit as many as we can, but sometimes schedule misarrangement, this and that, kind of get us out of the way. Felix, good to see you, bud. Red, good to see you. So yeah, it's if you guys looking for the kind of Lok-Bolt TipX, like I said, TipX been gone out in the market for like a year and a half. We got like few hundred units right now in back order with Tipman. We don't really have a solid date. We kind of get the 3 months and 3 months and 3 months. It's been like that for a year and a half already, since like November of 2019, 20. Yeah, we lost 2020. We are 2021 now. We're in April. 14 months, 15 months in, we still haven't seen anything in sight yet. So I'm not sure what's going with Tipman as far as KG, good to you. Not sure with what's going on with Tipman, but hopefully they bring this back into stock, because everyone wants some. I want one, and This is the last one I got. All right, guys. So question about this pistol. It is not for this week. This is next week. I announced it this week, so that way everyone who wants one, they have an opportunity to get online next week, 5:30 Wednesday, to auction it off. The reason why I don't want to do it out of the blue like this, because I've been getting so many questions. I want one, so instead of having to just do the auction this week, we'll do it next week. AC kit Tacmo MKV. ACT kit will work, but it's a harder install. So you guys want to put ACT kit on your Blizzard. It is a little bit hard to install. That's all. But that because it has a couple more components that it's almost out of place. It looks like it's out of place, but it's not out of place. So it has a little top spring, a spring bar, and extra return spring on your rear bolt there. So a lot of people kind of freaked out when they see that. It does take a little bit of TLC, extra kind of loving care, guys, to install that. But it does work. We installed them before, and it works. We just don't really say exactly on the website because we don't want somebody just, I just get that because it works. But if you take the time to care to do it, it will work. That's the same thing with the electronic trigger. If you have electronic trigger on your Tip 98, it will go on. You do need to cut out the curvature on the pistol grip to install the electronic trigger system on a 98. That is because it's not the electronic board that you need to cut out. It is the space for the battery. There's a cutout that we put a little imprint, you little Dremel, cut the square piece out, make space for the battery on your Blizzard kit, and you have to use your Tip 98 electronic trigger on it. Need a new spec. Yeah, we're looking to have the 468 back end of this month. So you guys want to get a 468, hit us. You can email us ahead of time before we turn it back on. We will make a special order for you, and then we can build them before we turn everything back. I know it's kind of chaotic right now with everything. So many markers that have been out of stock for so long. We're hoping to kind of return back to production in coming weeks and then get things going. From your store, just received 2 days ago. Good to see you. All right, Chai. Yeah, M17 has been kind of like in between markers for a lot of players. It's not a Tipman. It's not a 468. It has the similar valve as the Tipman, but it's not as I would say fluid, because the way it's designed is made specific for the M17 with the heat core, and it works great. If you get one of the M17, recommend watch those tech video on them. Learn how to take it apart, especially loop them. You're gonna need to learn how to, especially when you're in the field and you have a unit that's leaking. You have to be able to take it apart, clean it, loop it, and then stick back in there. It's a marker that you have to know how to kind of service on your own. Support is there's not a whole lot of support. Like most store can't support them. Like us, we don't have the parts to do it. You have them. I would suggest get a couple of O-ring kit for it. Just have it right on hand, and when you need it, just kick it in and off you go. Automatic upgrade for Hurricane will be great. Yes, the Hurricane, it has the electronic trigger for it. If you want to get that, they're out there. Get one, and you're able to kind of install it. Stick it in there. It works great, especially with the Lok-Bolt, and you're able to kind of get the ball per second up and not worry about getting a chop. With the box bag, you're able to kind of get a lot of balls downrange. Oh, thank you guys. Still a lot of this. Appreciate it. Thanks support. Walt purchased 460 Defender, and if you want to go back and love it. Thanks, Walt. Appreciate it. All right, guys. Any question about 468 CMP 18 with this kit right here? You can give me a shout and able to kind of answer any question you have right here. Kind of stick this this kit in so you can see. There you go. Like CMP 18. It's a TipX kit with the conversion kit. Kind of like I said, it's great if you have a TipX and you are not able to kind of get a marker. It's just a good addition, and you can use your as a pistol. You can use it as a kind of sub, one that does it all. You don't have to kind of invest into another marker. Just invest into a little setup with a box mag, and you can go play. And you can play against pistol players. You can do against hopper players. You can do magfed. You can do both. It's in between, and it's a great setup, easy to search and kind of support you. And there's a lot of support out there for that TipX pistol. What brand you recommend? magfed, both SR and Paint. There's a lot. Well, there's only 3 markers out there that can do that for you. First, you have the T15, you have the MG100, and then you have the 468, and then you get your kind of in between your Takamo. I would recommend a Rogelio. If you're doing a marker, I would recommend getting something you are you known and something you are familiar with. Say you have a Lux, die matrix, something like that, and get a EMF 100. And if you say you already do mechanical markers like a Tipman, something like that, a Takamo or a T15, I only recommend a 468 if you are like a new players or you kind of in between advanced, because a 468 needs a little bit of kind of learning curve to actually use the most out of it. It does take an extra step because of the Lok-Bolt. And for players that already been using, say, a Tipman and kind of electronic gun rating for force, it's really hard for them to use because they go bang, 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 go click, and then they kind of get lost because they automatically they're in the stress or adrenaline. They think, oh, this thing doesn't work anymore, but it's actually Lok-Bolt kicks in, bracket back, mag load, and then go at it again. So 468, it's not a marker for someone transition. It's a good one that if you're doing new, you never played before, so you start out new, you're learning new, then it's fine. Or you already played paintball for a long time and you look for a challenge, then yes, a 468. But it's not, say you're playing a T15 or you're playing MG100 and get a 468, it's gonna stun you for a little bit. But you're gonna learn over the curve a little bit. The Lok-Bolt will help you a lot in all those kind of situations where you say you run out of ammo or it go click. Okay, I'm out of ammo, and you don't give your position away because it didn't make any sound. And if your magazine gets stuck, paintball, whatever the problem is, it goes click, take the mag out, mag reload, or mag check. It will definitely help you in those situations. But you're in between, because when you are using a Tipman for a long time, go bang, bang, bang every single time that you pull the trigger. So it doesn't matter if you're out of ammo, you're low on air, or whatever, it just goes bang, and you are so used to going bang and go to a system where it's go click when out of ammo. It kind of, oh, what's going on here? It takes a little bit of practice to do that. All right, guys. Any question on that? Give me a shout. Let me run through some question here. Jay, would you be getting M200 AR kit? I'm looking to get some in, so hopefully I'm also trying to make one with MG100. I've been getting a lot of people asking about that, so I'm gonna see if we can get that for you guys as well. All right, not it is absolutely light. This Felix is right. This little guy right here is super light. You're talking about maybe 2 or 3 pounds overall weight. Really nice setup. You got kids that want to play. My kids actually use this when they're fooling around, and they have a little course for them to play. And they just fold up, and they kind of keep it nice and tight for the kids, and especially for the ladies. You take the ladies out to a field, you don't want anything that weighted it down. CMP 18 with this is actually great, and you give them a box mag to go along with it too, and they don't have to reload. They just shoot, have a great time. Definitely a plus when you take the ladies out to the field. All right, replying. Yeah, it's super light. Got to have a barrel down for you. I'm 17. Much KG, thank you very much. It is it's a great little barrel. Like I said, if you're doing balls and first strike, it is pretty awesome barrel to shoot. You can do both, but just a word of caution though: the balls, round balls that you're shooting, they gotta be pretty good round balls. If you get balls that are too big or too small, or that are kind of oblong shape, it doesn't shoot as well. So if you have good balls, oh man, it will shoot like lasers for you. All right, guys, any question, comment, concern about anything, future product, product with, support questions, anything like that, give me a shout. You can reach me on MCS page at mcsus.com. just click on the chat button there on the bottom right corner. I will answer any question you have. If I'm not around, just leave a message. I will definitely kick it in for you and then reply back. If you want to hit me on Facebook directly, hit me on Facebook. If you're doing the email too, don't want to chat or Facebook message, email me directly, kt@mcsus.com. Any problem you got as far as technical stuff, customer service issue, just let you know, sometimes we do drop the ball. I do apologize, but we're we're doing the best we can, and sometimes we miss email, we miss messages. Not that we don't want to reply you or ignore you. We just drop the ball, read the message, something comes up, never replied it. So just hit us back in. Just, hey, I never heard from you guys. Please reply or respond, and we'll make sure that you are taken care of. Browns, good question. I spoke to a few people on that. With First Strike out stock until June, that's the last. I mean, we got a whole bunch of them come in a couple months ago, like a whole pallet of it, and it's all gone. So now people looking for First Strike. The rep told me there that they don't have it until like June, July. So hopefully we're able to kind of get back on those. And so they're asking for about all rounds. Since COVID, I have not able to continue the project. It's been a year and a half already. So many things going on. So I didn't have a chance to, but I do have a solution. I got a rubber 3D printer. So this allowed me to, I told you guys before, I weren't able to get the dry band on those rounds just right. I made a mold for it, a little bit too big, a little bit too small. It weren't working out for me. So this coming week, hopefully I have some time. I'm gonna fire up the 3D printer, able to print out the rubber drive band for it, able to kind of kick that in there and test the different rounds. All right, what's up? Any update on the tier for shotgun? Watts? Yes, the shotgun, we have a solid date, middle of May, and we have the double barrel shotgun that's coming out in the sometime in May as well. So a lot of cool stuff coming out, and I'll be doing demo video on that in coming weeks on the new HPD shotgun, HDP shotgun. So you have a question on that, let me know. A couple of there, if any question on the shotgun, basically a lot of people asking, is it a pump? It's not a pump shotgun. You just kind of shoot it kind of like a semi-automatic. You just load it up and go bang, 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 bang. That's it. Really simple, no frill. Great for games that we're trying to do with narrow setup. I think it'll be awesome setup. Trigger, would Hurricane recommend? It is the Tipman. I'm going to try to Nikers. It will be the Tipman Phenom electronic trigger. They're out there. So Tipman Phenom is the body that we use to transfer the component onto a Hurricane body. So all the accessory work, buttstock, internal air, side rail, any component on the Tipman Phenom is compatible. So go ahead and get one of those trigger frame in there, just stick it in and you're good to go. Gabriel, paintball miniguns would be nuts. I think the best bet on that is you get one of these electronic gun out there with 30 ball per second and build yourself one. That's probably the most, there's some video out there that people made so you can actually build yourself one. All right, so revolver shotgun only game in May in San Diego. So you guys heard that from Edders. That's coming up in May. You guys want to come out to San Diego, California, visit MCS shop. We got every gear that you need. Stop by. You can pick the buttstock, sight, rail. We can custom build your gun right in the spot and take it to an event right in the same day if you want. Close bolt, Courtney. Close bolt, we're currently still on set, but right now a lot of people asking for electronic trigger on 468. We're gonna try to get that done for them with some upgrade kit for it. For auto, you're same thing. The auto kit for electronic for the 468, it's been under work. Hopefully, can get out end of the year. It will kind of give you a drop-in kit for that, so it's not too complicated for you to install. All right. All right. All right, guys. Any question? Omni drop down. So that's made by, I believe, by TSP, TPS, I believe, or TSP. I always forget those acronym. Yeah, as soon as they have them ready, we'll bring them in. You guys can just order directly on the site. Right, guys. Any question, comment, concern about anything? Just give me a shout, and I'll be able to support you any way I can. Like I said, if I miss you guys, miss any of your message that post onto the live chat here, I will try to look over and reply back to you. If I miss it completely, just message me directly, and I'll able to reply for you. All right, guys. I think pretty much that it for the show today. If you guys have any question, concern about anything, give me a shout. I would support you guys. Wish you guys have a wonderful week and stay safe. Okay, enjoy your family. Take care. All right.